It has probably been a little more than a week since I've sat down to film a video. I did film the Target Advent Calendar unboxing. That's already gone up. But yeah, it's probably been about a week or so since I've just really sat down, film videos. Just had a lot going on with the time change. My whole system was just messed up. Didn't have the motivation to come home after work, sit down and film videos. So I apologize for that. But sometimes you gotta take a break. Gotta do what's best for you. You gotta do what you need to do to kind of, get your energy back. And I'm back. I'm ready to start filming again. And in today's video, we're gonna be doing the Ace Beaute Mystic Romance palette. I did do swatches already, so the swatches are on my shorts tab right now. I also have them on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, so they're like everywhere right now. I put those up like earlier in the week. We're finally going to be doing look with the palette. First of all, I love the little flowers on it. I will say that I feel like this is more suited for Valentine's Day. I kind of thought it was odd that they were launching it, during the holiday season. There are shades and tones in here that I can definitely use during the holiday season, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like this is more suited for Valentine's Day. Like I felt like I would have seen this coming out like going into January, later on in January, going into February. When I first saw this palette in the promo photos, I wasn't really excited about it. The shades were actually looking kind of flat, kind of muted. Some of the shades were looking a lot alike, very similar to each other. And at first I was like, I don't know about this one. But since I love Ace Beaute, I have the Oceanic palette, I have the Tropical. I have loved both of those palettes so much. I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and take the chance. Let's go ahead and grab it. We'll see what we think. And when I got this palette in my hands, you guys, the promo pictures did not do it justice. It is so freaking stunning, especially like this little section right here in the middle. This purple shade here, this reddish shade here. Oh my God, so freaking stunning. When I did the swatches, these mattes, they're so buttery and smooth. I didn't really have any issues whatsoever in getting them to swatch. They weren't patchy or anything. The shimmers are very shiny, very wet looking. Celestial, the one in the middle, has a little bit of a kind of a green to peachy kind of a shift to it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but oh my God, it is just so freaking stunning. I mean, this palette is gorgeous. I'm very glad that I decided to just go ahead and take the plunge and pick it up. There are 9 mattes in this palette and I believe 5 shimmers, so that is the ratio. I do like a more even matte to shimmer ratio, but for this particular palette, I think that's pretty good. I'll be able to do a lot with it. Came with this really pretty little card here. I love the models in the photo, like this one right here with a really pretty kind of a colorful look. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids real quick. I'm gonna use my party proof eyeshadow from Colourpop in Caramel. You guys, it is the middle of November, and here in Memphis, it is still pretty warm. It was like in the 70s and 80s, like going into last week. Towards the end of this past week, it slowly started to cool down, but it's still like high 60s, low 70s, so it's still pretty freaking warm, which I'm kind of annoyed about. Don't get me wrong, I love those warm, toasty temperatures, but when we're in the fall, I want those crisp, chilly, putting on a hoodie type of temperatures. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm so freaking ready. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to dive into this middle shade. I have been very, very excited about this one. It is called Allure. It's kind of a ruby red tone. I'm going to lay that in the crease, and then I'm going to blend out one of the purple shades, maybe this one on the outer corner, but we're going to start with this one in the crease. From the second that I've had this palette in my hands, this Allure, that ruby shade in the middle, that's just the one that's really, really been standing out to me. I'm very curious to see like how red it'll come off on the eyelid. As we know, sometimes reds will just turn into a pink. Like that tends to happen a lot. So far, that is looking good. It's staying pretty red, which I'm happy about. I'm also blending it out like very lightly. I don't want to blend too much. I want to keep as much of that red as I possibly can. Just really focused in the crease. That is looking good. The red is really, really popping, which I'm liking. And this formula is blending out really, really well. For the outer corner, we're going to go into this kind of a murky lavender shade on the outside. That shade is called Fog. I was thinking that there was like a little bit of a deeper purple in here. I guess I was wrong. I think that'll work pretty decently on the outer corner. I'm not really trying to go like super, super deep with this look. Kind of want that red to be my focus. It's funny in person, The red is looking a little bit lighter, slightly more muted, but on camera it's looking like really, really rich. Like it's showing more vibrant on camera than I'm seeing in person. My husband and my son just walked in the door. They both went to get haircuts. Just to add a little bit more depth right here on the inner corner, we're going to go into Haze. It's a brown, but it has just a slight bit of like a Merlot purple to it. So I want to focus this just right there. Just to add a slight bit more depth. Just like that. Just a little bit of a note, there is a lot of fallout with these shades, so you do want to like just tap very lightly with it so you don't end up with like powder everywhere. I'm also making sure that I like tap off the brush too so I don't get too much product in the eyelids and like fallout going everywhere in my face. I am liking the way this look is coming out, but it's so pretty. This formula is just so easy to work with. Ooh, that's pretty. Just to help blend out a little bit of the red across the top, we're going to go into this pink shade right here. That shade is called Rose, a very soft muted pink. Tap that off. And I just want to go very lightly, the very slightest bit of a blend on the top portion, kind of going towards the brow bone. I don't want to blend the red out too much. Just kind of wanting to blur the edges. Going into the shimmers, these two shades right here are the ones that I want to focus on. So we have Aura and Celestial. I'm going to take Aura on the lid and then Celestial in the inner portion of the eye. For the Celestial shade going in the lid, I'm going to use the flat angled side of this double-ended BH Cosmetics brush. I'm not going to wet the brush or put on the glitter base or anything. When I did the swatches, these seem to be pretty pigmented and shiny on their own. I didn't need to add anything to it, and look at that. Oh, that is so stunning. Like I said, these particular shades, the two on the top that I'm about to apply on my eyelids, they have a little bit of a shift to them. They are just stunning. For the inner portion of the eye, we're going to take Celestial, and I'm just going to use, this is from Eloise. It's just a little small kind of a pencil brush, and we're just going to kind of lightly tap that into the inner portion of the eye. Add a little bit of brightness to that area. The only thing that, you know, is missing, just for my own personal preference, there's nothing wrong with the palette or the color story itself, but me personally, I would love to see like a bright jade green in here. I think that would just add like a little bit of an added touch, a little bit of something special. But like I said, that's just my personal preference. There's nothing wrong with the color story itself. That is going to be it for the shadow portion. I'm going to go off camera, throw on liner, some lashes, waterline, something on my lips, and then we'll come back and kind of do some final first impression thoughts on this beautiful new palette from Ace Beaute. As you can see, the final look is complete. I have to say I am loving the way that it looks. I think the eye look came out so freaking pretty. Let me go ahead and give you guys my details. For my wing, I am using the Epic Ink Liner from NYX. This is one of my most favorite liners next to the Artista liner from AOA Studio. I think it gives a perfect wing. For my waterline, I am using one of my cream gel liners from Beauty Bay in Aurora. This is just a really beautiful bright orchid lavender purple. It's perfect in the waterline. My lashes are from Pro Beauty Essentials. I have actually used this brand before. These are in Whimsy. The ones that I've used before are in Noir. I picked those up too. I got both from Marshalls. Such a beautiful, fluffy, fluttery lash. Love these. My lips are a combination of the lip pencil from Beauty Bay in Heart, and then one of the Fresh Kiss lip creams from Colourpop in Date Night. I'm currently working on decluttering my liners and my lip products. The way that I decided to do my lip declutter, because it's just easier for me, is I pull all the ones that I'm not sure about into a basket, and then just like each day I grab one that kind of matches the look that I'm doing. This is one of the ones that I currently have in that basket, and I'm putting it on, wearing it all day, see what I think, because I'm the kind of person, I can't just like take this and swatch it on my hand and know what I really think about it. I have to feel the formula on my lips. I have to see the way the shade looks on my lips, the way that it wears throughout the day for me to really know for sure. So far, I'm about halfway through that basket. So yeah, we're testing this one out today. As for the palette, I think this palette is beautiful. Once again, this is the Mystic Romance. Love the flowers on the cover. I think the color story is amazing. These mattes blend like butter. These shimmers are absolutely stunning. I'm looking forward to doing some more looks. I don't think I'm going to do 2 more looks for this palette, but I am going to try to do a couple more looks for my short tabs. And I have not forgotten, I'm also going to do a few short videos testing out those eye stencils that I got from Shop Miss A. Just once again, I haven't had the motivation to film, but those are coming. I have not forgotten. But yeah, I really enjoyed working with this palette. I think Ace Beaute is an amazing brand. I think the formula is amazing, and I just had a lot of fun playing with this palette. I think it's absolutely beautiful. That is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the channel. If you're new to the channel, you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family, hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.